So this naturally aspirated 2.5 diesel is now done. We had an awful lot of problems, that's me and you, we had an awful lot of problems with the injector pump. The original pump on this engine had a snapped shaft, so we tried to find a new one, a new pump. Well, it doesn't exist anymore. Well, it does, but they're very expensive. I think they're about $2,500 for a pump I was quoted. So that was too much. So I had an idea. I thought, well, what about put a turbo diesel pump on? Because I had one. Well, that fitted, but the fueling was all wrong. So I sent it away with the parts of the old one to ADF Diesel in Quebec City to see if they could make one pump out of two. Well, they rang me up the next day after they received the pump. They said, well, sorry Mike, part numbers are all different when we look through them. When we run the numbers, he said that there's nothing really similar. The bodies are similar, but the internals, which we need, are all different. So that was out of it. Anyway, thanks to Jeff in the United States, we managed to get a pump. Great, hurrah. So he sent me that up. And then, and we're going to sort Jeff out for that. Don't worry about that, Jeff, if you're watching. We just wanted to know how much it was going to be before we see if this pump was going to be okay. So we put the pump on, Jeff's pump on, and it worked fantastic, except it poured out. What we found out in the end, well, I'll skip to the end now and then I'll tell you what we did. There was a score in the shaft, in the bushing, the cover had a score where the O-ring goes, where the throttle shaft turns. So I don't know how that happened, and I have no idea about that. Anyway, fortunately I could use the scrap pump cover, and I sent it to ADF in Sherbrooke, because we didn't need to put it on a testing machine, but they had all the documentation and things like that, how to put the springs and set the stop up, which I didn't really know, and I have no documentation on these pumps whatsoever, these DPS pumps. So fortunately they managed to put it together, but again it was time, because we had to wait 2 weeks for the bloody seals to come from UK. What a carry on that was. So after a couple of $100 they put it all back together again. That was right as rain. So now it is running. So let's have a quick look. I'll take the camera off the stand, we'll have a look and show you what it's like. So here's the engine, stock standard 2.5 naturally aspirated. In one of the videos, I did a video, it should be uploading soon. We had a problem with the starter wire. That was it was an intermittent problem, real nuisance. But there's the pump, and the shaft was leaking from here. So they've replaced the seals here, inside the main shaft, some other little seals inside, new copper washers and a new seal across here. In fact, anything that was an external seal they replaced it, so that was pretty good. The parts weren't all that expensive, and the time wasn't too bad, but you know, the charge for doing it. But they had all the information on it. Put it on and it is a runner, so that's good. I give this a quick power wash off so it looks nice, and it's really good. So let's fire it up. So it'll need a little bit of heat, but not much. These old 2.5s are a little bit lumpy until they get a little bit of heat into them. As you can see, it smokes a little bit on startup, but that soon clears out. Whoa, listen to that power. I bet you can't handle that. No smoke. I bet you want me to take it for a test drive, don't you? Well, come on, let's climb aboard. Before we climb aboard, you see how the smoke's cleared out after the initial startup? It seems to be quite normal for these 2.5s, but it's running nice and clean. Look at that. That'll pass any emissions tests if it's a visible test. But yeah, let's put the other camera on and let's have a drive out. So it's the last job of the day. Let's take this for a run. Let's go for a rumble or a rattle. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Amazing, eh? Here we go. I can feel the power coming on now. Any minute now. Any moment now. Here we go. Oh dear, we've conveniently run out of road. Oh, it goes better downhill. Oh, look at that. The brakes work. Brilliant. Well, it drives. That's all we can say, really. It drives. It goes. That's all it's got to get, because I can't drive it on the road. So we'll reverse it into its hidey hole, and then we get the gear right, and then next week it'll be gone. So like that. Another Land Rover made better. I know it's a 2.5, but at least it's running. It wasn't running at all before, so that's a bonus. Alright, so we'll see you in the next video. Bye.